Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Now I can speak. Yeah. I hope I am visible and audible.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right. All right. So I can see some old faces as well, which I remember. And I hope you people had an amazing time and learning with ISAB. Really glad to see so many inspirational and positive faces in the morning. So thank you very much for making my Sunday good. All right, so I think we have students from all over country. We have students from all caste and creed. I think from north to south, and it's a wonderful gathering. I hope our faculty, our team, all the experts have contributed something positive in your life, and that will give you a direction definitely, and you may achieve something great in your life. Right. I think still some students are struggling with their camera. Don't worry, you are looking beautiful and smart, so you can be stable, and we can start the session then. Okay, I'll speak in Hindi as well in between, because the purpose of this session is not to learn English, but to communicate on stress and time management. So language could be anything. Okay, language is just a medium of communication, not the sign of intelligence. So don't worry about whatever language you speak. That is absolutely fine. कोशिश करूंगा आपकी भाषा में भी बात करने की, जैसा आपको समझ आता है ना. बुद्धिमत्ता का परिचय नहीं है भाषा, जस्ट एक ज्ञान एक दूसरे में स्थानांतरित करने का एक साधन है, तो उसका थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखेंगे. एंड वी विल स्टार्ट दिस सेशन. ऑलराइट, Mukilan, I think you're riding on a bicycle or driving. Can you please turn off your video? I really appreciate that you're joining the session, but better if you can turn off your video. And those who are in professional position, they can turn on their camera as well. This give me a positive vibration and motivation to see your faces, because when I speak and I see your faces, I feel like, all right, I think I'm teaching well. That's all. So for that purpose only, I need to see your faces. Okay, so the topic is time and stress management. Please tell me how many of you have attended any of the session earlier. Just raise your hand digitally. How many of you have attended my session earlier? Raise your hand. Okay. Rahul is there, Swati, Pavan, Tanesh. Okay, Gaurav. All right. Okay, so some of the old students and alumni. All right, good. Good to see you all. Today, I'll be talking about, a little bit about time and stress management and how you can excel your, in your career, whatever you choose. It's not about agribusiness management, but whatever sector you choose. It could be private job, it could be government job, it could be, startup, it could be entrepreneurship, it could be any I think research work, any education work, PhD. So whatever area you want to excel, there are certain fundamentals which I also follow in my life, and then hence I am pretty confident to share with you people as well. All right. So all right. So I think the system is like, as per the arrangement, that whosoever want to speak, they can just raise their hand, and I think then our team will unmute you. So okay, you can drop your hand, please. Those who are raised, they can just drop the hand. Don't worry. So let us start with the time and stress management of the today's topic. How many of you are in stress? How many of you feel stress in your life? Show me your hand on photograph as well. If you have turned on your camera, so you can show your hand. How many of you feel stress in your life? Okay. So we have many patients available with us today. Don't worry, we'll do the proper diagnosis. Let me try my level best. So, okay, all right. You can please turn down your pen. Good. So option is available. Those who want to speak, they can unmute themselves and then they can speak as of now. I hope that all are professionals, so nobody will create any kind of disturbances. So we have kept that option open. See, I'll share the learning of my life. To be very frank, I'll admit in front of everybody that I am not a very intelligent person. But I am a very consistent and target-driven person. So there's a difference between being an intelligent and being a consistent. Whatever I have achieved in my life, it is because of I have not distracted in other physical activity, or I have not allowed external world to disturb myself. मैंने बाहर की एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स को, एलिमेंट्स को, चीजों को अलाउ नहीं किया है मेरी लाइफ को डिस्टर्ब करने के। The biggest problem in nowadays, you people have so many mediums, so many gadgets, so many information available with you. First thing that brings a lot of information to you, which sometimes it is not easy to digest. And that is what is happening. Some people are suffering with the information diarrhea. You have a lot of information, but you're not able to digest it on time. And that information is creating certain kind of distractions as well in your life. I'll prove it. You might be thinking that what I'm saying, what I'm not saying, but I can prove this. So what we will do, even before entering into the topic of time and stress management, I always prefer to do one psychometric test. Are you ready? We will do one smart psychometric analysis test upon which you can scale yourself on the parameter of stress management. So this is a free and open source psychometric test. What I'll be doing, I'll be sharing that link in the chat box. You can just click on that link and start the test. And at the end, you don't have to submit any detail. You can ignore submitting your personal detail and just see the result. All right. Then you'll get to know by yourself that how many of you have some or other kind of stress in your life. So this is the link which is now available in the chat box. Just click on this link. Should not take more than 5 to 10 minutes. Just click on this link and start attempting the text. If you're facing any kind of challenges, let me know. You can just click on this link and attempt the test. So when you click on this link, this kind of window will be visible to you. Here you can just click on begin and start the test. These are some kind of basic questions which you can attempt and complete the test. Harshil, meanwhile, can you please check the settings of the meeting and can you click that poll option on? The poll option is not available in the meeting.
Sure, sir. Let me look into it.
In the basics, wherever you have scheduled this meeting in the same link, and when you have to log in the Zoom account, there you can see poll option. Once you're done, just share your information in the chat box that you have attempted. Just mention yes. Okay, so some of you have attempted. Some are still in process. I think 4 students have attempted. 4, 5. Okay. You'll get to know. You don't have to share the score. That's personal to you. But just check. It's kind of a basic testing, just like a blood test, right? About yourself. I think Harshil, you have enabled, but I'm not able to see the poll option. Let me see where it is. This. No poll. No, online meeting setting, it is available, but during the this screen, poll option is not visible to myself. Is it visible to you? Let me know.
I just transferred the host rights to you. I just reclaimed it back because I couldn't unmute myself. So when I am the host, there is an option right beside participants in the bottom bar called polls. And after I open it, a tab opens up and it says create a poll. If you wish, sir, I can create a poll for you.
No, it should be there for myself. Can you please give me the host option 1 second?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so we have security, then participants, then where you're saying, right, just close to the participants. Close caption, breakout, reaction app, more, top right stream. Surprisingly, poll option is not visible. All right, I think so. Some of you have completed. Why don't you turn on your camera? And let us resume the discussion once again. Okay, good.
So should I reclaim host or if you're
I think you can, because it is not, I don't know, maybe I have not logged in from the official ISAB account. I have logged in on the website through my personal account. That could be the possibility.
Could be a possibility. So
I am
if you
not
wish, I can create a poll for you.
that was a couple of questions were there in my mind, so you can ignore. Don't worry.
All right, sir.
Okay, so let us resume this. Let me ask a couple of questions to you. What are the factor of stress in your life? Can you please write in the chat box? What are the fundamental and the major factor of stress in your life? Just think once. Don't hurry. If you can share, there are certain things that you cannot share. So no need to share everything. But if you think like fundamental factor, which you think even when you are in the subconscious mind, which is causing stress in your life, please be very honest to you and give me the honest answer. आपके जिंदगी में तनाव का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण कारण क्या है? बहुत सोचिए समझिए, शांत दिमाग से उत्तर दीजिए। वो चीज आपको समझना बहुत जरूरी है। Would you like to speak, Tejas Salvi? If somebody would like to speak also, that's fine. You can just unmute yourself and speak. You have that option available. Harshit, can you make me co-host for the better control?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yes, Mr. What is your good name?
Sir, I am Vijay Chandra Das. I'm from West Bengal.
Vijay Chandra Das from West Bengal. बताइए Mr. Das.
सर बेसिकली हमारा टेंशन जो है वो हमारा जो स्ट्रेस है जो बेसिकली हमारा जो फ्यूचर को लेके ज़्यादा रहता है कि व्हाट विल डू इन आवर फ्यूचर, सो उसके लिए स्ट्रेस होता है।
What will you do in the future? अच्छा. Okay.
Means
So future, basically you are worried about your career.
yeah, basically हम success, about success.
Okay. We will dig down deeper. एक काम करिए आप जी, you drop this thing in the chat box once again. ना? We will dig down deeper.
Oops.
Somebody texting. It is a Nutan Kumar or Newton Kumar. Have you seen that movie Newton?
Yes, yes.
Very nice movie.
Rajkumar House.
Right. Somebody texted the name Nutan Kumar, so I really want to know whether I'm really interacting with Newton or Newton. Okay, so how to care my family by economically and jobs. All right, so you're also worried about your financial security. That's fine. Overthinking about future low income. Again, it comes to financial thing. Manjunath Patil, work pressure. Are you're a student or you're the professional world? Manjunath, where are you? Manjunath Patil ji, are you here? You can unmute yourself and just share. Are you working in any corporate job? Are you already in the professional world or you're studying? You can share. Smriti is talking about income, career, relationship. Income, career, relationship. All right, there are 3 factors. Okay. Then Samir, again, Sari goes to career option. Shraddha Patra is saying, I want to control my destiny, but can't control in my way. Somebody is aware about emotional imbalance. Okay, Manjunath is working on it. Short-tempered nature, easy attachment, career attachment. All right. So there are some common factors, I think, which you people are worried about. Let us do one small exercise. I often prefer this exercise with all my students. There could not be one factor, but there are many factors in your life by which you feel stressed. Now, my second question would be, have you taken any corrective step or measure in order to solve your stress situation? क्या सिर्फ आप बैठ के उसका मनन चिंतन ही करते हैं कि कुछ एक्शन भी लेते हैं?
Sir, I do meditation sometimes.
No, so I'm asking this question to everybody. That's very nice. So one thing, as you know, but meditation, it's fine, but that is for yourself. But you are worried about your career. Meditation will not bring career to you. Either you want to become a meditation guru or something like that, spiritual guru, that would be fine. By which you can earn a lot of money and a lot of followers should be there. But so what we can do, let us do the small exercise. Everybody has copy and pen with them. One notebook.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Make 3 columns. First column would be serial number. First column would be serial number. 3 columns, please. First column would be serial number. So in fact, right away on the presentation itself, I'm making this table for your convenience. You just have to draw one table. I hope this presentation is visible to you.
Yes, sir. It's
All right.
visible.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm doing, I'm just making a simple table. Just the same table you have to make in your copy as well. In this table, my first column would be serial number. Okay. Second column would be factor causing stress in my life. In the second column, factor causing stress in my life. And in the third column, corrective actions. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You have to note down 5 fundamental problems, fundamental factor which are causing stress in your life. Please note on that. Okay. 5 factors. Hope this table is visible to everybody.
Yes, sir.
All right. So 5 fundamental factors which are causing stress in your life. Please write down here. And when you note down these 5 factors, also write in the next column what corrective actions you have taken so far. सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हमारी जो लाइफ में स्ट्रेस क्रिएट करता है, what we have observed so far, that we think a lot but we act less. We think more, act less, but ideally we should act more and think less.
Yes, sir.
So please be very honest. You don't have to share this to anybody. You don't have to share on any platform. This is closer to you. After the meeting, you can tear this paper apart or you can eat as well. Other will not be aware about these personal problems ever. So just use a piece of paper and draw the table and write 5. It could be your, so there are many kind of things. It could be because of your appearance. You want to look very smart or handsome, but you're not able to attain that. It could be because of your parents as well. It could be because of your friends, your sibling, your family, neighbor, your aspirations, your colleagues. Your friend is doing far better than you. That's why you are worried. So there could be many factors. You are in a complicated relationship nowadays. There so many things are happening. So please be very honest to you and write 5 biggest factor causing stress in your life. Those who have not turned on their camera, they can also, somebody is asking a question. what stress means to you. Kritika, anything which is making your breath uncomfortable. How you calculate stress? Just for everybody's attention. When your body in some kind of tense or you're not feeling uncomfortable, the first factor that you can observe in your body is the change in your breathing pattern. That is the fundamental factor. Immediately you can observe. Suppose something you don't like, your breath will, suddenly will go slightly high. Breathing per seconds will increase. Your heart rate will increase. So that's the first factor which makes you, which gives you an indication that you are not liking the situation and you are kind of in stress. Is your breath. So anything which is affecting your breath negatively, and anything which is making your breath calm, like comfort, that is definitely a stress releasing factor, not a stress causing factor, right? Yeah, Utkarsh.
So this can also be possible in some way that we might feel comfortable, but also we are in a stress.
Highly unlikely, because see, stress is nothing but the state of the mind. Okay. And when your mind is thinking something unwanted, which is creating unwanted neuro interaction or releasing unwanted neurotransmitters in your mind, it will definitely trigger the physiological changes in the body. And the first change that you can observe in your breath. Okay. So highly unlikely.
Okay, sir. So a slight question: what if like our factor of causing stress is like we are not able to stay focused or be concentrated on particular line? So
definitely,
what actions?
This is the biggest one.
Yes, sir. So
I'll guide how to.
Yeah.
It's not about you. I think most of the people are facing. And the first statement that I passed before starting the session, that you people have so many information with you that you can't even digest. And that is the biggest thing, is you people are suffering from information diarrhea.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I'll definitely cover that topic as well. First of all, let us be very honest. I think this is the first time people are writing your tension, the reason of tension, on the notebook. So far, you may have just shared the information to your maybe close friend or parents, boyfriend, girlfriend, all those people to whom you can trust upon for short term, long term. But you may never have noted down this thing in your copy and never have analyzed it, whether really is it causing stress or just I'm just overthinking. So everybody's done? All 5 factors? Give me a thumbs up. All 5 factors? Okay. Have you also mentioned what all action you have taken? Just write yes or no. You don't have to write the entire action. Please write yes or no. If you have taken certain action, yes. If you have not taken certain action, no. Now, please write in the chat box. Suppose out of 5, if 3 yes and 2 no, so just write 3 yes and 2 no in the chat box. Suppose 3y 2n. So this is how you can type in the chat box. I'll get to know that on what factor you have worked and how many you have not. There could be 5 y as well. There could be 5 no as well. Please be very honest. Check if you have attempted these stress factor in your life. Even attempted. I'm not saying you have solved it. I'm just asking if you have started attempting against these stress factor and finding out certain kind of possible solutions. That's fine. Consider that yes. Some people have problems with communication problems. Some are suffering from. So I think a number of factors. आप अपने सुख से ज्यादा दूसरों के सुख से ज्यादा दुखी हैं. Sometime it happened in the life, ये हमारे बुजुर्ग कहा करते थे, and I think that is true as well in the current scenario. You may have watched in 3 Idiots as well. दोस्त अगर फर्स्ट आ जाए तो ज्यादा दुख होता है. हाँ? So I think that is what is happening nowadays in our society. We keep on comparing. The biggest problem which is causing stress in our life, we have fallen in the vicious cycle of a comparison by which we can't even come out. And this is not because of conscious choice. बचपन से आपको कंपैरिजन करना सिखाया गया. So उस vicious cycle को we need to break that karmic account. We need to karmic bondage and we need to come out of the cycle because every spirit, everybody has its own unique capabilities which can't compare with others. हम ये समझने में थोड़ा सा देर कर देते हैं. But now people are getting aware. At least we are talking on these points. So only 11 people have mentioned yes or no. What about others? In certain cases, there are 5 no. In certain, thank you very much for being honest. At least आपने accept किया कि आपने कोई action नहीं किया है. That means those who are mentioning more no and less yes means you people are thinking about your problem much but have not initiated any action. So obviously आपको परेशानी होगी. And those who have started something, now what they are expecting कि अगर मैंने मेहनत करी है तो मुझे result quickly मिले. Suppose they want a quick action. Suppose I am facing problem on my communication skills, and most of you are, suppose you are from Hindi medium background or maybe your own regional background. Overnight it will not change. At least you have taken the first step, and the journey of miles start from the first step only. So if you have already taken a first step, why to worry? Why to worry? Because it will take some time to attain the results. If you want the proper and the constructive results, it will take some time. So at least do not do overthinking in that case that you're not able to communicate well. As a student, please do this exercise before going to the bed on the daily basis. Trust me, it will drastically reduce your entire stress factor by 70%. By 70%. Every morning when you wake up, at least you have cleared your mind, you have cleared the clutter. दिमाग का कचरा आप clean करके सो रहे हो. First of all, you will get a good night's sleep. And then the next mind, in the next day, you will have a better clarity in the mind कि अब मुझे आज क्या करना है. क्योंकि मुझे पता है what all factors I have started attempting and what all factors which are untouched. जिनको मैंने छुआ नहीं है, but that factor is causing stress in my life. Whatever religion you follow, whatever God you follow, whatever Almighty you appreciate, with that, considering that Almighty in mind, you please sit on the bed and think about fundamental stress factors on the daily basis and just find out the solution whether you have started attempting something or not. Because at that time you will not cheat and do not lie to yourself. One more thing, sometimes we are so much, we over pamper ourselves. We feel like we can do anything. No, boss, it is not possible. You can't do anything. And this is the truth. This is the truth of the life. Everybody cannot do everything in the life because we have our own skills, own unique skills. So we keep on listening, आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं होता भैया. These are all myths. If some people is really intelligent in one sector and if you attempt a similar thing, not sure whether you can do the same thing. Your genetic structure is different. Your thought process is different. Your metabolism is different. Your overall appearance is different. So how can you attempt the similar thing that others are doing? Your entire engineering from the childhood is different. Your inner engineering is entirely different from the other students. So similar, the problem is like, it's like a rat race. Everybody is running toward the same time, at the same direction without even understanding that whether you can run, you can fly, you can creep, you can walk. What is the best thing that you can do? Okay, so this is the one exercise that we have just completed. And I'm requesting everybody. That's why I'm giving you the final kind of a life lesson. Please attempt this thing on the daily basis in order to clear the clutter from your mind. अगर दिमाग का कचरा हटाना है तो उसकी क्लीनिंग आप डेली अपने बॉडी का कचरा हटाते हो ना. You take a bath on the daily basis. Some are smiling, not on the daily basis. बढ़िया, good. Okay. All right. So whatever you do sponging, you do sanitization, whatever you do with your body on the daily basis. You clean your body on the daily basis because that thing is visible. But how do you clean your mind on the daily basis? The clutter that you are absorbing on the daily basis. You have to clean it. Is there any way? Yes, I have just shared. Write down the entire factor which are causing, unhygienic condition in your mind. Note down all those stress factors and check out whether you are working on these stress factors or not. In order to process the positive and productive information, you have to create certain comfortable space in your mind. And the only solution is you have to shrug off additional unwanted, unhygienic information from your mind. And the only solution is write down all the unwanted, unhygienic information on your notebook, which are causing stress, and kindly take action one by one. Done? Okay. Now, let us come to the factor about distraction. I think many of you are feeling the lack of. How many of you are suffering from lack of concentration? Just write yes in the chat box. Lack of concentration. You attempt something, but immediately you get bored. Maybe after 1 hour, after 1 week, after 1 day, after 1 month, after 5 to 6 months, something like that. How many of you are suffering from lack of concentration? Please write yes in the chat box. So okay, so I think most of you are like we have many students in our fraternity today nowadays. Those who are suffering. Let me categorize the type of information that you absorb on the daily basis. First thing is, and let us also discuss the source of the information. What all sources by which you collect the information. That is also pretty important. Because either you collect the information from the sources, from any digital device, from any individual person. There are 2-3 things. Right? So either any living being can share some information or non-living. Non-living means your mobile device, your newspaper, and all those things by which you collect the information. If you realize, most of the time when you spend your time on social media, and this is my favorite topic, actually, I keep on, guiding my students about the meanest cost by social media, to be very frank. Most of you are on social media, you have Instagram account, you have WhatsApp, you have LinkedIn account, you have other accounts as well, Snapchat, or there are many other tools available. Those who have not attended my session earlier, I want to ask that question to themselves. What do you see on social media? When you have, suppose, any Instagram account, right? So when you log in your Instagram account, what do you do actually? Can somebody unmute and share? What do you do after logging your Instagram or WhatsApp account? Tell me very quick. Or maybe your Facebook. Some are also available on Facebook nowadays. So what do you do?
Watching status updates.
So we check news feeds.
You just check news feeds, you watch status update. Somebody else? Think more deeper. When your finger goes like this, next. So in that process, what do you do?
So we are not actually searching for anything, but rather than we are just scrolling down and down. It's not in a,
right.
Yeah, that's all. It's not with a motive thing. We don't go for a purpose. It's just quite a period of time which we waste actually.
So having some enjoyment.
That's all. Having enjoyment.
Okay, so you say, see, and the definition of enjoyment is something which relaxes you, which relaxes your mind. But you're not even aware that this process of scrolling your mobile like next, it is making you more conscious, and every time you compare your lifestyle with other people, that is the biggest problem. When you scroll down the information, you are scrolling and your mind is absorbing anything unwantedly. Acha, this person is using this kind of dress up. Okay, this person has a beautiful body. Okay, this person is rich. This person is poor. Okay, these many political turmoils are happening in our country. So many information when you scroll down. Nowadays, our entire social media, all kinds of these platforms are full with either adult content, sexual content, unwanted, emotional content, which can affect the mindset of the youth. Because on this platform, hardly you will find something which is for the good self or the social cause, something is donating something. No, you will not find these kind of information. Either you'll find adult kind of content, either you'll find some disturbing content. Suppose some are on the Twitter as well. If you log in the Twitter account, mostly it is a disturbing content, only a politically motivated content, right? Even on the Facebook, even on Instagram Reels, either youth are attempting some kind of activity where other youth are getting impressed. Arey, ye to main bhi kar sakta hu. Arey, I should also release my reels and I should also do that. So what is happening? If you dig deeper, थोड़ा और अगर आप गहन अध्ययन करेंगे, you try that I should also change my lifestyle the way people are living their lifestyle on Instagram or all other social media. So, some comparison in your subconscious mind starts unwantedly. ऐसा आपने सोचा नहीं है, लेकिन deep down in your heart, ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ कि after watching Instagram account you are feeling relaxed, take a deep breath kind of thing. No. Every time after watching these social media thing, you came out of this platform with a sense of anxiety कि यार मेरी लाइफ में ऐसा क्यों नहीं हो रहा? Why I am not able to do these things? Please understand this science.
Yes, sir.
And this is the fundamental science upon which all major social media platforms are playing. They are pretty aware about how to play with the human emotions, how to play with the emotions of youth, and that is what they're doing. And that is where you're falling in the trap, everybody. आप एक ऐसी जिंदगी जीने की कोशिश करते हैं जो आप हैं ही नहीं. Please understand this thing. For example, on a very beautiful day, you have uploaded one photograph of yourself on social media. जैसे विजय चंद्र दास ने बहुत अच्छी हेयर स्टाइल कर रखी है, and somebody appreciate कि Vijay, your hairstyle looks really good here. So what Vijay will think, yeah, people are appreciating my hairstyle. But tomorrow, the next day onwards, Vijay will ensure that यार मुझे अपनी hairstyle at least इतना तो maintain करना ही है. This much I have to maintain. Otherwise, I will not get positive comments on social media. Then what you will do, you become conscious कि यार अगर मेरे hairs को कुछ हो गया, on a very good day, suppose I'm not able to maintain such kind of gesture, posture, style, then what other may think about myself? So I have to ensure this thing. This is the minimum requirement. Similar with any girl student, any boy student as well. about your dressing sense, about your food style, about your appearances. So you become so much conscious about your overall appearance by spending time on social media. Then you start giving different kind of poses that even you don't want to do it. In the natural condition, जब आप अपने घर पे हैं, कभी आप different kind of gesture लेके photograph नहीं खींचेंगे. You are in a very normal circumstance, a normal situation. Like when you come in a formal environment, you try to make a very different kind of posture, you try to make a pout and all those things, and then you take a photograph. Are you realizing this thing that because of the social media thing, you are becoming what you are not? And this is the biggest factor which is causing stress in your life, because it is forcing you to maintain certain kind of lifestyle which you are not. And your maximum energy is diverting toward maintaining that fake lifestyle. So getting appreciation on social media platform is really deadly. It's really infectious. Because you know what happened then in the next time? Because in the next post, you are not sharing that post because you really like to share that happiness with others. You are sharing the next post because you want appreciation from others. And that is the biggest vicious cycle that you are entering into. You are sharing photograph with a fake smile, not because you really want to do it. You want others to showcase that, see boss, my lifestyle is wonderful. I am really a happy guy. What about you? और ये होता आपके आसपास के फ्रेंड्स ही इस चीज को इंश्योर करते हैं that you live a different kind of a lifestyle. अच्छा, tell me very honestly. What is the place in the world where you do not fake around? You do not do any fake activity. Whatever you are, you are. What is the place? Can anybody tell me?
Sir, in my home.
In your home. That's true. That's true. In your home. What about others? What is the most comfortable place in the world where you don't want to fake around anything? On cricket field? All right, good. Amit, I really like this.
With friends, sir.
With friends, okay. Prashant?
Yes, with my friends.
With your friends, with Tejas talking about family. Anybody else? Where you do not fake around in terms of your dresses, in terms of your food, in terms of your lifestyle. I mean, absolutely natural.
So I would really like to share. I'll be really honest with my thoughts. But when it comes to me and my thoughts, I really completely don't worry about anything, and I just walk on the streets on whatever way I really want to. I really do not try to be fake around. It's on my mindset. If I talk about myself personally, if I talk about myself, so I really do not try to exaggerate some things or try to fake around.
Nice. That's anybody else? Anybody else? Akash, what about you? Somebody else was speaking, I think.
Yes,
somebody else would like to share? Yeah, Ritvik, please tell me.
Yes, while sleeping, we do not fake around.
While sleeping, obviously, while sleeping, you are. No, I'm saying when you are conscious. So, what are the places where you are absolutely natural, just like a child, just like a baby. Nobody is like
Mostly
worried about
when we are alone or we are in our house.
When you are in your home. That's because your parents have seen you in all kind of phases in your life, starting from when you are wearing diaper to when you are wearing pants and everything. So they are absolutely aware about each and everything. So you can't even say, hey dad, how are you, and all those things. I mean, you can definitely expect a tight slap. So, you can't even fake around in the family. Absolutely
So
natural.
we do fake around our family. We can't express our sadness, especially to our parents.
That's the thing that that happens when you enter into the adulthood, and when there are certain areas where you kind of make a thin boundary. So that I understand very well.
सर एग्जैक्टली मतलब ना तो
But at
करियर का
least in
स्ट्रेस
terms of,
दिखा
in
सकते
terms,
हैं, ना ही रिलेशनशिप का स्ट्रेस दिखा सकते हैं, ना ही दोस्तों की लड़ाई उनको दिखा सकते हैं. पेरेंट्स के सामने तो बहुत ज्यादा फेक करना पड़ता है.
Yes, sir, ma'am. I am not too much frank with the family.
no, so first I'll take just a factor of appearance. So in terms of your appearance, you do not fake around in the family. भले आपको बाकी सारे stresses are there in the life, Achal, but in terms of your appearance, I think you will be very natural in the family. So there are certain factors which are associated with your adulthood that you may try to avoid, and they also understand. It's not about that. I'm sure they understand that now you have your own personal life, you have your own personal issues. So sometimes they also don't want to intervene. But they're aware about. Don't think that they are not aware about. They can definitely guess. They can, because everything is visible on your faces. So everybody can at least make a guess that my child is suffering from some or other thing, but they just avoid it. They just leave it, because you have to learn by yourself. Do the mistake and learn by yourself. So that kind of attitude also sometimes parent follows at all. So now what I'm saying, you do not take around when you're in the family. The moment you get out of the family, people force you to wear certain kind of persona. And that is how the birth of personality word comes out of it. You wear certain kind of persona around you. Suppose I say to Prashant, I think you look really fit and think. I think you should try for military. On the next year onwards, Prashant think that, okay, I think I am a really fit guy. Why don't I join a gym or something like that? The moment Prashant spends 1 week, 1 month in the gym, other person would say, yeah, Prashant, I think you're looking really fit. You should try for modeling or something like that. So what is happening if you see the sequence chain of events, chain of the entire sequence? You never wanted to enter into the modeling or something like that. You have done something because of the external factor, and every time you are getting appreciation, that appreciation is forcing you to do something different that you don't want, or you are not even aware that you really wanted this thing or not. This is a really deadly situation, really infectious and deadly situation. And that is why we end up turning our career, we end up making career in a sector which we never wanted as a child. I'm sharing you the deep psychology of the student and the child, and what really nowadays is happening. Now the next question would come, then how to choose a career? Next question would come, how should I choose my career? Who would tell me? Parents are not sharing everything. They have left everything upon you. Whatever you want to do, you do. Or maybe they are just taking the references from their neighbor. उसने ये किया, इसने वो किया, तो आप भी कर लो. Right? So for that, we need to understand our personality, the characteristics of personality. That's a different science altogether. But now, if you really want to choose your career, you must be aware about the characteristics and trait of your personality. So that's a different ball game altogether. Right. So what we have discussed today, that first of all, I'll just summarize whatever we have discussed, then I'll cover the next point. Whatever the factor of causing stress in your life, on the every day while going to the bed, you have to write down on the piece of paper, check whether you are taking certain corrective actions in order to solve those factors, yes or no, that's all. If you are solving, then karmanyavadi karaste, like just focus on that action. not on the result. So this is a one important key takeaway. Keep writing your stress on the notebook. It will declutter your mind. It will give a space in your mind. It will make blank space in your mind in which you can process a positive information when it is required. First thing. Second thing, minimize your sources of getting information all over. Just like I've talked about social media, you are unnecessarily absorbing unwanted information. See, if you see your parents, if you see the older generation, they are fundamentally quite happier than our generation. If you calculate them, अगर हम उनकी तुलना करें happiness index पे कि happy कौन-कौन है, so nowadays the people are happy which has limited access of information. जिसके पास आज के समय फोन अच्छा वाला नहीं है, स्मार्टफोन नहीं है, जिसके पास मीडियम्स नहीं है, those persons are happy. All right. So the factor of happiness for the older generation is like, if you see your parents, see, they don't care about where their phone is, lying. Where there is computer, their laptop is lying. I mean, they have limited access of, they have minimized their fundamental, sources of information. But our source of information are always there in our pocket. Even we don't want, we just open it unconsciously, we read something, scroll something, absorb that information in the mind, which we can't even process. Simple calculation. For body, you eat food. For mind, you eat content. Okay. Think for the day when you are overeating, definitely you will suffer from the diarrhea, indigestion. And then you come up, sir, I am not able to make my body, I'm not feeling fine, I'm not feeling healthy. Definitely you will not feel healthy because you have overeaten. Same with your mind. The information which is not even required, bhaiya, kyun read kar rahe ho? Why you are reading that? Why are you reading that thing? I'm requesting everybody to keep in the mute mode if you are not speaking. Requesting everybody to keep in the mute mode, please. Requesting everybody to keep in the mute mode. So when information is not even, it is not even required to read. Why you're reading about fancy dress competition, you're reading about food, you're reading about this, that, politics. See, that's fine. As a student, you first focus on your target. Only read the relevant information. If you are preparing for management programs, only read about English, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, which is directly relevant to your life. If you are preparing for civil services, then definitely read about the politics, this and that and that and that. If you are preparing for any, military services or something, only read about the physical exercises, quality of food, type of food, how to strengthen, all those things. So find out the relevant information and that only you need to read. Everything is not for you, boss. It is just like visiting a superstore where so many items are available. It is not compulsory to buy each and everything. You only buy stuff which are required for yourself. You do not buy everything. So this mobile phone is like a supermarket. Watch only information which are directly relevant for your career, for your future. That's all. You don't have to download the Instagram itself if it is not relevant for you. You don't have to show to others that you're feeling happy. No, boss, living a fake life. You're not even understanding this thing. Do you really need appreciation that you look beautiful? Are you serious? When somebody mention that you look beautiful, then only you'll feel you are a beautiful guy or girl or handsome boy or girl. Huh? Are you kidding? So means anybody can come and play around with you, right? Are you saying this? So anybody can say, Mr. Muhammad Salim, you look really smart. Mr. Muhammad Salim is like happy for the particular day. On the next day, somebody say, yeah, Muhammad, I think you should do something in your body. You're not looking. So what then Muhammad Salim should do? So are we so immature that we allow others to play with our body and emotions? Are you serious? You have to attain a situation, a position where if somebody is appreciating, no impact on the body, no impact on the behavior. If somebody is, kind of making any criticism, still no impact. If you are in that phase of the life, you're the most happiest guy on this earth. क्योंकि कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, right? But when people have mouth, they will utter something, they will vomit something. So it is not compulsory that आप उनकी उल्टी को accept कर लो. Take a cocoon around, take an invisible, content around which can stop the unwanted appreciation or criticism from yourself. Nowadays, आज के समय we are so emotionally imbalanced कि if somebody says anything negative, we are ready to fight. Am I right or not? If somebody says anything, we are ready to fight. So as a student, because you are on a very important journey, and these are really the precious years of your life. Your next entire life will depend on how you utilize these next 4-5 years. To be very frank, जिंदगी के 50-60 साल कैसे निकलने हैं इन 5 सालों पे डिपेंड करेगा. इन 5 सालों में do not allow others to disturb yourself at all. और आज के समय कंपटीशन निकालना बहुत आसान है because many people are getting distracted. People are not focused. This is the best time to crack any kind of entrance examination. I should not say this, but this is the reality. Millennials or the previous generation, they had very limited options to, share, to read. That is why they were quite focused. The only source of information was the newspaper or Doordarshan. And that was also not very overly, dramatized or, kind of a doctored content or manipulated content. Nowadays, you watch OTT platform, my God, I mean, all those that content which are sharing on OTT and these Amazon, Netflix and everywhere. Do you really think that that content is digestible? Some may say, no, sir, I just see, but I do not think. Boss, it is not in your hand. Your mind has absorbed something and it will definitely digest. It will try to digest. It is not you. It is not in your control. So all agriculture student, agribusiness management graduate, the fundamental factor of getting a success in your life, it is not to do great things. It is not to become an intelligent person. It is not to become the sharpest brain. No, just reduce your factor of disturbances. Automatically, you will get the success. That's all. It is not required to become a extraordinary talented person. Just try to become ordinary. That's all. Try to become ordinary person. That's all. It is always easy to become extraordinary that we do, but it is very difficult to become an ordinary person. Minimize your factor of disturbances. Less time on social media, less time on newspapers, less time on OTT platforms. Spend maximum time on your relevant content. That's all. Till the time you achieve your goal, and then after whatever mess you do with your life, then you do. But at least first achieve your goal. The first goal which can give you financial stability, by which you are now independent from your family. That is the meaning of achieving the first goal. Now I think I have covered most of the content and topic from my side, and I have shared the experience from my personal life of what I do. I also used to be distracted once upon a time, like I used to read so many unwanted content, this and that and that and that. As I mentioned initially, I'm not a very intelligent person. I am just a focused and consistent person. That's all. Whatever I do, I always appreciate. I first of all feel very grateful to the Almighty that it has given me the opportunity to do it. And then whatever I do, I just try my level best and I just enjoy. I do not compare. I know I'm not doing the best as compared to other people in the world, but I'm also aware that I'm not doing lesser than the other people in the world. So there's no comparison. I'm not even aware about it. I'm just maximizing my own skills. That's all. That is what the target is. How I can maximize my own skills. Comparison is fine to the level where you are maximizing your own skills, but it is deadly and infectious where you are not doing anything but just doing overthinking. Then it is very deadly combination. तब आपकी personal life के लिए बहुत risky. Okay, so the next 15 minutes, the floor is open. Whatever question comes to your mind regarding stress and time management, you can shoot and I'll try to answer it. Just unmute, just raise your hand. I'll unmute you and then you can ask the question. It could be your personal problem, it could be your professional, and anything that you can share that you are ready to share. I'll try to answer. Yes, Utkarsh, let me unmute. Diksha also has some. First, let me unmute Utkarsh and then. Yes, Utkarsh.
So, am I audible clearly?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, sir. Sir, as you told that before going to bed, we should summarize all the causing effect for stress, and we should also summarize what are the actions we are taking or we are able to take or not. Sir, according to it, what if we come to the point where we are getting affected by a particular thing which is causing stress in our mind, and also we know that we are not taking any actions regarding to it. So we might also get more stress about it that yes, this is a thing we are not able to improve ourselves or getting improved or getting updated in it. So it might disturb our day or it might disturb our night.
Okay, I got it. Let me paraphrase it for everybody. So what Utkarsh is asking that if you have taken certain maybe challenges or some factor which is causing stress in your mind, but even after knowingly you are not able to take any corrective action, then that problem will more disturb your life, right? Disturb you personally and your entire professional career. In that factor, Utkarsh, I would request that please accept that you are not able to solve this problem. Please do not over pamper ourselves that we can do everything, which I mentioned earlier. Suppose, let me give you the example. You have taken a challenge that I want to improve my English spoken communication and I really want to speak a fluent English. Maybe one small example. After 1 or 2 months, you have done something, you have started taking certain kind of action, but nothing is happening. Please accept that I am not the person which can fluently speak English. Trust me that this will minimize your stress level. The problem with ourselves is we do not even ready to accept that we can't do this thing. And this is the biggest thing. Suppose you have taken an example, your father have told you have to clear civil services or you have to clear certain kind of examination. But if you have tried, if nahi ho pa raha, to accept kar lo, nahi ho pa raha, you are made for something else. Almighty have decided some other destiny for yourself. Accept it, that you can't do it. Please accept in your mind. That's all. Yes, of course. I think you have one subsequent question.
No, sir. Just regarding to it, that whatever you said, I totally agree, but I slightly disagree in that point. What if, there's certain other activities they might accept that yes, we can't do this thing. Okay, there are certain things which I also accept personally that I can't do anything. I can't improve in that sector personally. What if I told you earlier that I have a problem with being focused or staying focused or being concentrated on a particular line. So obviously we all know that we need to improve that. It is really necessary to improve in that sector. So we can't accept this that I cannot be stay focused or concentrated. So what if we have a problem with that? Because there are certain actions I have taken to improve it, but still I have a problem with that. I mean, I can stay focused or concentrated for an hour, for 2 hours, not more than that. I don't know what if it would affect in my professional life. Even though I got a job, I did my work. Also for 6 months, I was staying focused, and I'm properly a money-oriented person, sir. And I am definitely making sure. Yes, sir. I'm definitely making myself very fine, very sure that whatever the legal sources I will be able to going through to earn money, I will be going through. Definitely. But yes, I don't know what other things will be affected by it. Because my family, my family thinks of that, I really don't pay attention to them. Or I'm not able to stay focused or concentrated on a particular line.
So when you say you're not able to stay focused on a particular line, so you have decided this thing, or who has said this to you? That clearly to say.
So nobody has said me this thing. Nobody said this to me.
Let me understand this question. What you're saying that you have decided something, you have paid certain attention, you have taken certain corrective actions, but still you're not able to achieve the result.
Right, sir.
And now you want that I really want to achieve the result, otherwise I will feel stressed. This is the problem.
Right, sir.
Okay. So one solution, possible solution, which I can share. Have you heard the story of rabbit and tortoise?
All right, sir.
Okay. I think we have all heard in our childhood, like खरगोश और कछुए की कहानी वो सभी ने सुनी, right?
Nice.
Both want to achieve their destiny. Both want to hit the last milestone. The only thing is their capabilities are different. Now just think, of course, you are like you're a tortoise, and there is already a rabbit who is your colleague, who can be. So these rabbit, when I say they could be your neighbor, these could be your friends, these could be your any family friend, these could be your relative. What is happening nowadays? If any rabbit which is known to you has achieved that milestone early, so we as a tortoise, we start thinking that why I cannot achieve in the same timeline. And that start causing the stress without even watching that I am a tortoise and I have a different walking capabilities. I can't run faster. I have to find some other way. So the thing is, by this example, by this analogy, what I'm trying to share, every student has a different capacity and capability. And to be very frank, you have to be really practical. Being a tortoise, if you really want to achieve certain destiny, which is really far and which you cannot achieve earlier, please change your destiny. Please bring that destiny closer to you. Please minimize your aspirations. If you cannot wait, because waiting, patience is also the outcome of your hormonal and psychological balance, which is available in the body.
Right.
Some people can wait for a longer time. They have a patience. Some people can get impatience even if they wait for an hour. Let us take the example of any queue in the municipality or anywhere, wherever you go, even on the ticketing counter, even on some other stuff. Some people, they lose their temper quickly. Some can wait even for an hour. So everybody is designed and engineered in a different way. तो मेरा यही कहना है कि अगर आप टॉर्टोइज हैं तो आप रैबिट को देखना बंद कर दीजिए. You just focus on other tortoise. आप दूसरे कछुओं को देखना शुरू करें कि वो कितनी, तब तो आप चलो ठीक है, this person has achieved this milestone in 1 year. If I achieve this milestone in 1 year, 1 month, or maybe in 11 months, and that's fine. तो मेरा यही सभी से रिक्वेस्ट है कि you people have to sometime start comparing around with yourself. I'll give you a very simple example. I have studied from Ahmedabad. My many batchmates, they have gone to abroad. Some has, some has starting their own company. Some are doing this and that. अगर मैं कंपेयर करने लग जाऊं तो मैं एक भी अपने काम पे फोकस नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Because when we used to study together, everybody was getting the similar kind of content, similar kind of faculty, similar kind of ambience. After passing out from the institution, some are getting salary in crores, some are getting salary in lakhs, some have started their own venture. ये सब हो रहा है because we choose to avoid an intentional comparison between each other. तो मेरा आपसे यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि let us avoid falling in the vicious trap of comparison. You need to understand your capabilities. Then only you can achieve something. I'm telling you, please think in a closed room when nobody is disturbing you. Write down all the why. One more analogy I'll share with everybody. If you're really suffering from some problem, write why 5 times. Suppose your first question could be, sir, I'm suffering from, I'm not able to achieve certain targets and hence I am suffering. Please ask why. First why. And try to answer it. Then after, suppose you say, I'm not able to achieve my target because the target is difficult or I'm not able to give proper time. Then ask why. Why you're not able to give proper time. Third question could be, I'm not able to give proper time because I'm busy in other stuff. My family has demanded this thing. Then ask third why. Why your family is disturbing you. Then ask fourth why. After fifth why, you will get your answer. This much you have to dig deeper. The problem with most of us, like, we stopped asking question after first why. I'm not able to do because this thing. That's over. अरे उसके बाद भी check करो. उसके बाद next. What next? What next? When you dig deeper, you will get your answer by your own self. You do not need any counselor or psychologist or any career counselor. For any question, ask why 5 times. You will get your answer. I am not able to concentrate on something. Why? Please write that answer. Suppose you have written because I am busy in so many other stuff. I have a career problem. I have a financial problem. Next question, why? I have a career problem because I have not received the proper guidance in my life, or I'm not financially sound, or I'm not able to find any new information on time. Why? I'm not able to find any new information on time because I think I'm not able to get a proper guidance from the people, those who are learned or those who are already aware about the factor. Why? Then why? 5 times. For every fundamental problem in your life, ask 5 whys. 5 bar Q. You will not be needing 6 why for sure. And on that last answer which you are getting after writing down the 5th why, that is what your major problem is. Work on that. That is leading the consistent chain of confusion in your entire life. All right. Okay, so next question, Diksha.
Sir, I think I got some of my answer. My question is that can I focus on multiple work options?
Are you talking about becoming multitasking?
Kind of, sir.
Okay.
Not multitasking, but at least right now I'm preparing for government exam, and at the same time I want to achieve some private job at least if I not get that job.
Okay, so both things are different. There's no doubt about it. Definitely, if you want to keep relaxed, if you want to smooth life, then definitely you should first secure yourself financially, which is kind of a private job. And then after, because when you are independent from your family, then easily you can prepare for the government job, and at least at that time you will be mentally comfortable. Many people do this nowadays. Earlier, people used to take a break, take a drop, drop. And after 5-6 drops, they realized that I think they have messed up with their entire life. At least they could have done something, because it doesn't happen that you study throughout the day. It doesn't happen that you study 12 hours in a day or 14 hours in a day. If you overall calculate your time, it should be not more than 4 to 5 hours. Focus study, what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that you carry your handbook book in the hand all the time. I'm talking about a focus study which cannot cross 4 to 5 hours in a day. Proper focus study. Okay. So I think that option you should always carry with yourself. First get the private job, and then second thing is about the multitasking. I really want to guide you people. Avoid becoming multitasker. The fundamental factor of creating lack of concentration. I'll tell you the example. Suppose you people are studying something at the same time you have your earphones and you're also listening songs. You feel like I am solving some math puzzle, or I'm solving some kind of problems. I'm working on my stuff, and at the same time you're listening music. You are giving conditioning to your mind. आप अपने दिमाग को इस तरीके से ट्रेन कर रहे हैं कि every time you need 2 kind of inputs. आपने अपने माइंड को ये आदत डाल दी है कि बॉस मैं एक बार में एक काम नहीं करूंगा. आई नीड 2 different kind of inputs from different sources. भले ही आप even when you are eating, at that time also you want to, when you are eating at the same time you are watching your mobile phone. You are absorbing mental information as well as you are absorbing food. 2 kind of work. Sometimes it happens that you are talking to one person one-on-one, you are also talking on the phone to other person. Two tasks at the same time. It happened that you are doing a physical exercise, at the same time you are watching some TV, or you are watching some some stuff. 2 tasks at the same time. Biggest problem is like, it is fine when you are a multitasker, but it is the most problematic factor when you really want to focus on a single task. At that time, your mind will not allow you to do that. Then your mind will say, boss, you have already trained me to do 2 tasks at the same time. How can you give me only 1 task? उस समय आपको मन करेगा अरे यार फोन ओपन कर लेते हैं. When you are reading, in fact, all of a sudden your hand will pick your phone and just start exploring something. Because you have trained your mind to do two tasks at the same time. So people, those who say I'm a multitasking ability, trust me, those are the people, those who are facing the lack of concentration problem the most. Because when it is required to be concentrated, they can't do it. Avoid multitasking activities every time. Do not train your mind that you can do two tasks at the same time. एक बार ट्रेनिंग गलत हो गई, माइंड को दोबारा ट्रेन करना मुश्किल. Can I request the student to turn on the camera? Because anyway, we are about to close the session. So I think I want to just take a final screenshot. And any other burning question which I have not covered, which you think like my question would be different from others, so you can shoot your question. Maybe one or two questions. Anyone? Related to your career, related to your family, friends, something like that. Anything? My closer statement would be, yes, Mohammed, I'll take your question. Whatever your body, you are what you eat, right? Your body is all about what you eat. But your mind would be what you read or what you listen. This statement looks really simple, but maybe after some time, after some years, you'll get to know that it's a very powerful thing. All your five senses, आपके जो ज्ञानेंद्रियां हैं, 5 ज्ञानेंद्रियां, they keep on absorbing information and they keep on re-engineering your mind each and every moment. If you are nurtured in an area where the area which is politically disturbed or which is already impacted by so many disturbances, financial disturbances, it's likely possible your mindset will become criminal. And it is not really surprising. It is not something that you wanted to become. It is something that your environment has engineered you in that particular fashion. And all these stress lines, marks, which are visible on your faces, it is not because you wanted. Your environment is forcing you to think in a particular fashion, and that is what is visible on your faces. Yes, Mr. Salim, can you please, I'll unmute yourself. You can ask question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Ji, good afternoon.
Sir, that one, how to control or reduce our stress in an organization or academic place when injustice happens to a student or a person in an organization?
Okay. Let me answer this. So when you have decided that injustice has happened, okay, first of all, you have passed down a judgment already that injustice has happened. The first thing that you have passed one judgment, injustice has happened. I'll unmute yourself in case if you have any subsequent question as well. So आप unmute mode में ही रहें.
Okay, sir.
आपको ऐसा लगता है कि किसी के साथ injustice हो गया है और आप थोड़े उससे worried हैं, right? एक छोटा सा, let me talk some spiritual statement as well. We follow certain kind of pattern which is driven by our karmic account. किसी के साथ अगर injustice हुआ है, there has to be certain factor in the past. There has to be certain karmic account which that person is now closing. वो injustice कुछ भी हो सकता है, बहुत extreme भी हो सकता है. But think in a way where that person is closing the one karmic account. What I have studied, what I have read, what I have observed so far, somehow I have realized that is true as well. by feeling disturbed, by getting disturbed, you are creating one karmic account which you should not do. मैं आपको थोड़ी सी एक डिफरेंट बात समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. आपको अपना कार्मिक अकाउंट नहीं बनाना है नया वाला बाय जस्ट डू ओवर थिंकिंग यार इसका गलत क्यों हुआ क्यों हुआ क्यों हुआ क्यों हुआ क्यों हुआ. अगर आप उसको इफ यू डू ओवर ओवर थिंकिंग दैट बिकम अ चैंट, दैट बिकम अ मंत्र. So mantra is nothing but the chanting of a certain statement in a subconscious mind regularly. That's all, and it happens. If you say on the daily basis कि इसके साथ गलत हुआ है, 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 trust me, उसके साथ और गलत होगा. Because whatever we think, whatever we chant in our subconscious mind, that becomes the action. And this is what, with reference to the law of attraction, I'm just sharing certain statement with you. Can you chant, re-chant? Can you just turn that statement around कि यार इसके साथ ठीक होगा, इसके साथ ठीक होगा, इसके साथ ठीक होगा, इसके साथ ठीक होगा. Can we do it? तो एटलीस्ट उसके साथ जो गलत हो रहा है ना, वो होना somehow it will be minimized. जो हम कहते हैं ना अपनी भाषा में दुआओं का असर होता है, बहुत फ्रीली होता है. It is a very deep science. जो हमें समझ नहीं आता, बिकॉज अगर हमें समझ नहीं आता तो वी कॉल इट अ स्पिरिचुअल साइंस. नो, इट डज नॉट वर्क लाइक दैट. एवरीथिंग इज अ साइंस एज लॉन्ग एज यू आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, यू कॉल इट स्पिरिचुअल. तो जो सही हो रहा है किसी के साथ गलत हो रहा है, किसी का मर्डर हो रहा है किसी के साथ. सी सो मेनी फैक्टर्स आर हैपनिंग इन अराउंड द वर्ल्ड which is not even in your control. Only think like that, because you are aware about that person, you are getting affected. What about there are more than thousands of people being killed on the daily basis on this planet? On the daily basis on this planet, more than 1,000 people are dying because of some or other unwanted factor. चूंकि आप उनके बारे में वरीड नहीं है, चूंकि वो आपके सामने नहीं हो रहा है. Because those are not your family relatives, your friends, your colleagues. That is why you're not worried. But it is happening. So you have to think in a way कि उनका कुछ karmic account था which they are closing, but you don't have to create a new karmic account. Whatever contribution you can do with reference to the law of attraction is just to give them a positive vibration. That's all you can do. I am sharing some summary of the detailed factor in science which has a different scale and the magnitude altogether, but some fundamental things I'm sharing with you. All right. Overthinking करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Do not make that a mantra. And this I'm talking to everybody, all the students, those who are participating in the today's session. Nobody will say I am facing lack of concentration. जितना बोलोगे उतना होगा. Please always mention that I am a focused being. I am a focused student. That's all. And you have to make it feel in your subconscious mind. Before going to the bed, please think, please talk to your mind. Please say these words. मैं एक focused student हूँ. ऐसा भी नहीं कहना कि हो जाऊंगा. You don't have to say that. You are focused. That is what you have to feed in your mind. एक बार अपने माइंड की ट्रेनिंग करके देखना, ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल रियलाइज दिस. इन 1 month you will see the result. Within 1 month you will see the result. Just feed this to your mind that you are a focused student. When it is being absorbed in your subconscious mind, you are really focused. That's all. This is how the law of attraction works. संकल्प से सिद्धि होती है. कई सारी चीजें हमारे बुजुर्ग हमेशा कहा करते हैं, हम लोग इग्नोर कर देते हैं. Have you heard that statement? वो मूवी आपने देखी होगी, अगर किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो सारी कायनात उसको जुटाने में लग जाती है. So वो शिद्दत is nothing but your deep subconscious संकल्प to yourself on the daily basis.
Thank you, sir.
And second thing, you get something that you don't, you will get what you are, not what you want. So there's a difference. You will get only the things which you are, not which you want. Let me explain this statement as well. Suppose you have a personality to, you know, to be happy always, or to something good for others. Trust me, at the end of the day, you will be surrounded by the person, those who are really happy souls. If you have a personality to criticize others, to always find out the flaws, you will always be surrounded by the people, those who are fault finding factor, जो दूसरे की बुराई ही करते हैं. आपके साथ ऐसी दोस्ती होगी. In your deep subconscious mind, if you are a money minded, आपको पैसा चाहिए चाहिए चाहिए, you will get it. Don't worry. बहुत शिद्दत से चाहना पड़ेगा, मिल जाए. Automatically the ways will be open for you. In the deep subconscious mind, if you just want to increase your knowledge, always you feel like I have to increase my knowledge, I have to increase my knowledge, GK, everything. Automatically you will be surrounded by persons or situations or ambience where you get a lot of options to improvise your knowledge. सिर्फ subconscious mind में बहुत chanting करनी पड़ेगी. And this statement is nothing but when you do a lot of chanting, this become mantra. So everybody can create their own mantra. You don't have to read the mantra which is already available. This is also a mantra that I am a focused student. I am a focused student. I am a focused student. Can you please talk to yourself today?
Yes, sir.
Just close your eye once. Just close your eye once and just talk to yourself once. That I am really focused student. Just talk to yourself once, very positively, with a very open heart, that I am a focused one. I am a focused student. You will automatically feel there is certain change in your overall vibration energy. And think about when you do this chanting on the daily basis. Two best time to do this chanting on the daily basis: when you get up early in the morning, because at that time you are likely less disturbed and your subconscious mind is really open to absorb the things, and when you are sleeping before going to the bed. Two best time. Two best time, just for 1 minute, talk to your mind, mention that you are the focus student, you are the focus student, you are the focus student, you are the focus student. Trust me, your lack of concentration problem will be reduced drastically. Do not create a doubt at that time. यार मैं कह तो रहा हूं कि मैं focused हूं, but मैं हूं नहीं. Do not think in that way. Otherwise, your mantra will become different. Huh? Do not think, do not play around with mantras. These are very deadly. If you play around with mantras, it can even bring drastic negative changes in your body and mind as well. So make your chant very carefully. You can make your chant by yourself. Just if you want to become a happy person, if you have a lot of stress, just mention that I am a happy student. I am a happy student. I am a happy student. Automatically within 1 month, you check your level of happiness. ठीक है, तो आज काफी सारी बातें हो गई. आई थिंक वी हैव ऑलरेडी सरपास द टाइमलाइंस. मुझे लगता है टाइम ज्यादा हो गया, 15 मिनट ज्यादा हो गए. बट आई होप आई एम एबल टू कंट्रीब्यूट समथिंग plus and positive in your life. I really want that. See, because after this session, I will never know wherever you are going in your life. But my great wishes, my blessings are with you. I really want that. कहीं भी जाओ, disturb मत बसो. Only maximize your target. That's all. I don't want to give you fake blessings कि सब जाके millionaire बनोगे, billionaire बनोगे. ऐसा नहीं होने वाला. I only want that you just become happy by maximizing your skills. That's all. First of all, find yourself who you are and then maximize your skills. That's all. बाकी कभी और डिटेल में बातें करेंगे because there are many things. And one thing which you will always, as a student, which you will always take care of is increasing your knowledge. You have to become a habitual reader. Reading is something that is the fundamental weapon, that the strongest weapon any student can have. Knowledge अगर नहीं बढ़ाया तो आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे, ये guaranteed है. I study almost one book in a week. It's been like मेरा formal education complete हुए, it's been now 8 years. In 2015, I have completed my last professional degree. But I am a very avid reader. I keep on reading so many things. Either I need business newspapers or I read books. I read a lot. So my target is to complete 52 books in a year. As of now, I have already achieved. मैं हर साल मेरा टारगेट रहता है कि I keep on reading. I keep on reading. बड़ा मजा आता है. एक बार आप उस ट्रैप में आ गए ना कि आपको रीड करना है. एक बार आपको पढ़ने, और ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बुक्स उठानी है. Use very simple books. जो आपके लिए रेलेवेंट है, जो आपको अच्छी लगती है पढ़ने में. ऐसा नहीं किसी ने बोला कि अरे यार फिक्शन बुक्स पढ़ना है तो ये. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ, यू चेक व्हाट यू वांट. किसी को मोटिवेशनल बुक अच्छा लगता है, किसी को इंस्पिरेशनल अच्छा लगता है, किसी को फिक्शन अच्छा लगता है, साइंस फिक्शन अच्छा लगता है, हिस्ट्री अच्छा लगता है, माइथोलॉजी. देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स. एंड द प्लस पॉइंट इज हमारे कंट्री में बुक्स की कमी नहीं है. बहुत सारी बुक्स अवेलेबल हैं, डिजिटली, ऑनलाइन, ऑफलाइन. आप गली नुक्कड़ पे जाओगे 100 रुपए की बुक्स मिल जाती हैं. तो ज्ञान बह रहा है. वाकई ज्ञान बह रहा है. इट्स जस्ट अप टू यू हाउ मच. People would like to eat samosa on the book instead of reading it. I am requesting you people, start respecting your books. That is the only fundamental weapon. That is why you call yourself as a student. आप अपने आप को विद्यार्थी इसलिए कहते हो क्योंकि आप विद्या का अर्जन करते हो. That is why you call yourself विद्यार्थी. विद्या नहीं होगी आप विद्यार्थी नहीं हो. Always become a very good learning, always become a good learner. Do not even think that I have completed my UG, I think I have learned enough. World is changing drastically every moment. हर 4 से 5 साल में टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज हो जाती है. Are you aware about? In every 4 to 5 years, technology changes. Your dressing style changes. Your overall appearance changes. आज आप Microsoft एक वर्जन यूज कर रहे हो, फिर आपका 2020 प्रोफेशनल आया. आपने देखा कितना चेंज हुआ 2007 से लेकर 2020 तक आके. कितने सारे वर्जन हैज बीन. देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन. So that is all from my side, and I wish you very good luck to all the dear students, and do well in your life. If you really like this session, I really want that if you write 5 key takeaways or maybe 3 key takeaways from this session, and share us to Harshil sir or to ourselves, either on email, on social media, on wherever you want to share. At least share the positive learning instead of your photograph. Do not share your photograph. Just share the learning. Okay. So that's all from my side. If you have any clarity, any final question, any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll take the permission and I'll hand it over to Harshit sir. Harshil, I think over to you.
Thank you so much for the lovely session, sir. Very knowledgeable. I'm sure students learned a lot, and a lovely closing session to the Agribusiness Certification Program 2.0. It was the last session, and we can't be happier that it was with you. So thanks a lot for your time, sir, and thanks a lot for the learnings. I'll just have a quick interaction with the students, and you may leave as per your convenience.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you once again, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. All right, students. So that marks the end of the Agribusiness Certification Program 2.0. Hope you all have had a great learned experience. Hope you have had a great time. Any feedback whatsoever, the floor is open to talk. Any feedback, any information that you want, any details you want. Utkarsh, why don't you tell me how was your experience? You can't unmute yourself, is that it? Can you unmute yourself now? Yeah.
Right, sir.
How was it?
It was really energetic. It was really refreshment, and it was really relevant to our topics, relevant to our life. So it was something which we can realize, something which we can go through, and which we are going through in our daily life. So, for example, some of the persons may have a problem with the family, friends, relationships, and all that in their professional life. So I think they might have got the solutions. They might have got somewhere the track that they can get through the solutions. So I think this was a lovely session by Sir, and I have a little curiosity of it that he actually told us to on the camera so that he could take the screenshot. If I could get that screenshot, just in
We're
case
gonna
if I could.
actually share a few glimpses on our LinkedIn after every day. So all days of
Okay,
ACP,
sir.
you can find the glimpses on our LinkedIn, which is the Imperial School of Agribusiness. And I would suggest everybody to follow that to get more updates about the events and functions that we do. We do a lot of webinar series, and free webinar series are going to continue. There actually is going a live webinar series already ongoing. It's going to end, but we do a lot of sessions, lot of seminars for students like you from all over the country, for agriculture students specifically, and it's going to help you a lot. So do follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram as well. Okay, so Utkarsh, you can find those glimpses there. So
Yeah,
the
right,
stage
sir.
that you are in life right now, theoretical and professional knowledge is very important, but taking care of yourself and your personal life, your personal health is important as well. You need to take care of
Right,
yourself
sir.
first before you can make a difference in the world. So sure,
Right,
the
sir.
today's session was quite relevant and about that only. So I wish everybody great amount of luck, and I wish you are associated with ISAB for further events, further knowledge. We are trying to become, we're trying to create knowledge for students like you, so that you can gain something out of it and make something with it in your lives, make a difference in this field, in this country, in the field of agriculture, agribusiness, and all of that. So I thank everybody who was a part of Agribusiness Certification Program 2.0. A huge round of applause for yourselves, please. Just raise your hand to acknowledge. Good job, guys. Good job.
So
Thank you
actually,
so
we
much,
should
sir.
thanks to the ISAB that they conducted such kind of sessions for us to get knowledge and also to know the track or to know about or to acknowledge ourselves more and more. So I think thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Utkarsh. Thank you, everybody. तो अब दो चीजें बचती हैं आपकी. आपके एक तो सर्टिफिकेट बचता है,
Right, sir.
राइट? एक बचती है आपकी क्विज उससे पहले. ठीक है, तो I am planning the quiz within this week because all the knowledge is very fresh new right now. So let me plan the quiz within this week. Otherwise, it'll happen. It'll take place in the next 7 to 10 days only. Okay, most probably within this week. You will be updated on your WhatsApp or through mail. Okay, I'm sure
Right, sir.
abhi everybody is connected in the WhatsApp group where daily updates are taking place, are happening. If not, please email us at events@isab.org.in. You can find this email ID in any intimation that we've given you. ठीक है, कोई भी query है, किसी को कोई भी question है, you can always hit us, always hit me. I'll personally reply to that. ठीक है, most of you have my contact as well. But try to go through a professional route, which is email. Okay? Your query will definitely be answered there. So quiz gonna happen, and it is mandatory for everybody to take part in the quiz. Okay? It's a very simple. It's gonna be a simple quiz. Okay, I'll say it won't be a very hard. Yeah, if you paid attention to all the sessions that have taken place, you should be able to get through it. And it is mandatory to take part in the quiz to be eligible for the certificate. We prepare a beautiful certificate for you, and we are going to email it to you, and it will add to your CV very well.
So
Okay, any other questions anybody else has?
So the PPTs from the speaker, sir.
PPTs we'll share whatever has been shared by the faculty. Faculty we have intimated. Yeah, faculty, whatever the faculty has shared will be shared. And I have some material, it will be compiled and shared.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, tomorrow probably I'll share. Bye tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody, any other questions? This is the last virtual meet.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody wants to share their experience, anything at all?
It was quite awesome and knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable? Good. All right, students, then with this, I close the Agribusiness Certification Program 2.0. Thank you for being a part of this lovely program, and thank you for being such a lovely audience and lovely participants. Okay, this couldn't have happened obviously without you. So thanks a lot, students, and see you all very soon in other events.
Thank you, sir.
And wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
So thank you so much. We are waiting for the next session, whenever it will.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm ending the meeting.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day, sir.